All right. So I like Sableye, and a lot of people like Sableye. Correct? You guys like Sableye? I like Sableye. But I wasn't sure how to run Sableye, so Verlis has a build for Sableye that you might want to use if you plan on using a Sableye competitively, because he is a viable Pokemon. I believe, I'm not sure where you had placed it or where you had thought it was top 50 or bottom 50.
He's definitely top 50.
Okay, so he's definitely a top 50 Pokemon. So this is a
think he's
Pokemon
somewhere
you
in the
probably
30s.
should consider. And he's awesome, because you don't see a lot of Sableyes. You see him every now and then, but not a lot. So he's a cool Pokemon to mix in there. Anyway, where should we start with this Pokemon? Should we start at stats, moves? Where do you want to start it?
Maybe the stats. Whenever you build Tanky,
Okay.
he's going to have a little interesting kind of setup. So always, let's do some dirty stuff on that health again.
Okay. Are we going all the way to the...
Yeah.
We're going all to 252? So it looks like Verlis is saying that this is a tanky Sableye. So we went.
It's not really tanky because he doesn't have the best.
You don't know what I'm
tank
talking
stats,
about.
but
No, I'm just kidding. Shut up. You don't know. You don't know,
Yeah.
Verlis. Okay,
Tanky
so
build on an okay kind of Pokemon with tankiness.
okay, so to make it clear, don't listen to me. Verlis says a tanky build on a not super tanky Pokemon. So where else are we going with this? So we did beef its HP up.
Yeah, I would look at some kind of defensive nature.
Okay, so the nature's actually down here. You guys kind of can't see it a little bit, but there's this little drop down where I can choose a nature. So what are we going with? A defensive nature? What should we minus?
We could do almost anything. I would
Okay.
say maybe special attack, that impish nature, just...
Okay. So I threw Impish Nature on it. I don't know if you guys saw that, but the stats changed. Watch, I'm going to change it to Docile, so it's neutral. And then you're going to watch the defense and the special attack. I'm going to change it to Impish, and you're going to see them change. Boom. So we stacked our defense a little bit more, and we lost some special
A lot
attack.
of people are saying
Okay.
calm with foul play.
Calm, is that right?
Yeah, but I don't think calm would be the best because you're not getting as much of a boost from it with its special defense being lower. Because since when you give it a nature, it gets 10% more in the stat. So by giving it the calm nature, your defense, you would get more defense, and then you could put the bonus EVs into special defense.
So, yeah, I don't know if you guys agree with Verlis or not. I mean, this isn't the definitive end-all build. This is an example of how you might want to run a Sableye. They like bold. Everyone likes bold, and seen a lot
Bold
of
works
bold.
too. We could do bold. I don't really have too much of a preference, just because when you're using 4 prankster moves, it doesn't matter if you're lowering your attack, special attack,
Special
speed.
attack. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks for being clear about that. Apparently, it doesn't really matter because either way, you're buffing defense and lowering something else. So I'll switch it to bold too. You're going to see it's the same thing. Defense is going to stay at 75, and then just attack is going to switch. So it's not that too big of a deal either way. So now, what are we filling up the rest with? Are we gonna?
You want to put it about a little over halfway on special defense.
Oh, a little halfway on special D. Okay. So about 200 right there?
I was thinking like maybe 160.
Oh, okay. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
160.
Oh, you mean like that one's okay? I'm sorry. I was thinking this number right here. So
The other
yeah.
60.
Okay. The other 160.
And the rest in defense.
And the rest in defense. All right. So like everyone was
Actually,
saying,
whoa, that's actually a lot of defense. Maybe a little more.
little less defense,
defense,
a little more
yeah.
special. Okay.
Yeah, balance that out.
All right, let's balance these guys out right there. So you don't always have to 252 your Pokemon in case you guys didn't notice. I know a lot of times when you guys watch me play, I'm like 252. That's a really simple way to do it. You can always think of, different builds for these Pokemon. So there we
Yeah.
go, 217, 218, 304 in health. There's always different ways to do it. Oh, sorry, Rotham, that you got timed down. I don't know if that was a Moobot or what. Anyway. Let's get back to this build. So now this is what we're looking at. We're looking at a tankier version of the Sableye. Why is it a tanky version of it? Or is it
Mostly
always how you
because-
build it?
Yeah, you should pretty much go as tanky as possible because he's getting a prankster ability. So let's go plug that one in right now.
Okay, Prankster. Cool. So
And-
what does Prankster do for the people that don't know what Prankster means to this?
Prankster gives you a priority of +1, so it pretty much turns into a quick attack, Aqua Jet. The move gets increased in speed in that next tier, as long as
Okay.
you're not using an offensive move.
And I don't know if you guys saw that, but yeah, exactly what Verlis said. it's as long as it's not an offensive move. So if it's a status move, if it's you know, I don't know what he can. What, give us the name of a couple status moves. We'll throw them on right now that he might want to use.
Cover, taunt.
Okay.
He's a really good Pokemon in my opinion because of that Prankster taunt. He can kind of.
Sorry, my mouse messed. Or my.
Oh no.
There we go. Okay, recovered. And what else did you say?
I like taunt on him as well.
Taunt. Okay, nice.
Because he turns into a prankster that can out-taunt a lot of status and setups, so it turns out to be a really nice thing to have.
Okay, so this, I think we had talked about it before. You were saying you would want to taunt something like a Klefki, right?
Yeah.
So this is a great counter Pokemon to what type of Pokemon? The status
Anything
Pokemon?
that would be, yeah, any kind of status Pokemon or Pokemon that's setting up.
So any type of setup Pokemon, this is a great counter. Verlis looks like an actual werewolf. He might be. We're not sure. Sometimes he disappears at night.
It's night full moon, so I might have to go soon.
Oh yeah. Ooh, about that. Okay, guys, it's over.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got recover on it. I got taunt. What else were you thinking?
Will-O-Wisp is always a great option, especially with Prankster on it. You can pretty much burn down an opponent, give them less offensive power.
Okay, and last move on here.
A lot of people have a lot of different opinions with it. You could do foul play just so you have some kind of really offensive kind of setups.
Oops. Go foul play. Okay, so the uses target's attack, stat, and damage calculation. Okay, cool.
Yeah, that's what makes Klefki pretty hilarious because he can foul play a Garchomp for half his health.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool,
Other options could be Confuse Ray if you really just want to be like a status annoyance.
Okay, let's see what Confuse Ray does. Oh yeah, Confuse Ray. It straight up confuses him. Is it 100% too?
Yeah, 100%
it says
accuracy. Yeah,
that's pretty nice. Yeah, so that's a dirty Pokemon right there. What kind of item are we throwing on this guy?
What did we come up with on the item?
I'm not sure. Let me see if let's see if the chat has any ideas.
He can get a citrus berry or leftovers, but let's see if there's other ideas for him.
See some someone said Nightshade. Is that an item? I never heard of Nightshade.
Nightshade is the move that does damage equal to your health, like the Ghost Seismic Toss.
Leftovers, Quick Claw. I don't think you need Quick Claw, correct? Because don't you already have Prankster giving you the speed boost? So a lot of people are saying leftovers. It looks like leftovers has one, but yeah, just make sure you don't have another Pokemon. If you're going to run Sableye with leftovers, I know leftovers is a popular item. Just make sure you're not running that on another Pokemon that's in your party, because in pretty much all competitive, there's a double items clause. Correct, Verlis?
Yes.
In all competitive, but this is like we said, we're just building. This is not a team. We're just building Pokemon today. It's like, how good is this Pokemon overall? Where would you put this Pokemon? You know, so let's look at him again really fast. So we got leftovers on a Master Ball. Just give it a Master Ball. So let's see what else. Lemberry works as well. They're saying. What are your thoughts on a Lemberry?
Red card sound. Lumberry is really nice too because if you don't get that taunt off and then you fall into some kind of status, it would be nice to have. Also, I saw red card in the chat. Red card seems like it'd be really good because you could get some kind of. Actually, no, red card doesn't look too good now that I think about it, because you pretty much would get like a Will-O-Wisp and then bounce them. So it could work, but as long as you make sure you're like using Will-O-Wisp on that first one.
Okay, so yeah, if so, as long as you get the priority Will-O-Wisp off and then bounce them, it might be a viable attack or viable item to be holding. And you said it's a Lumberry, isn't it? With L-U-M? Did I spell it wrong? Lumberry. I spelled it Lem. Okay, Lumberry. And Lumberry is the holder cures itself if it's confused or has a major status problem. Okay, so that's good to do because you don't want your prankster, your setup Pokemon, to get pranked. You need this guy to do his setups. How many setups do you think you need to get off to make this Pokemon worth it? 4 setups?
He doesn't need too many. He can kind of take off a lot of offensive threats really fast, and he has that kind of all-around really good go where he can use Taunt and kind of make the opponent's setup be worthless, and he has Recover, so he can kind of stay in there for a while and just kind of make things a little more disruptive.
Okay, cool. No, we haven't done the list of the top 100. We're feeling it out right now. Verlis is going to be releasing that as soon as he starts, shaping it up a little bit more. He's going to, yes,
Yes,
Verlis,
that.
Verlis is going to start shaping up the list soon and releasing those videos on his YouTube, which you can see down there, youtube.com/Verlisify. And I will be releasing these little talks about building Pokemon and what their viability is on my YouTube. So look out for his videos when he finally solidifies the list. However, for the time being, we're going to talk to you guys, seeing what you think. So you thought the Sableye is like what, top 30, above 50 for sure.
He was the original like prankster shenanigan Pokemon. So I see him being around 30s. He usually has some kind of really good impact.
Cool. So you said top 30s, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. So guys, this Sableye, it's a prankster Sableye that is pretty much a disruptor. It's even a counter to other setup Pokemon. What other Pokemon would you run this against? If you see a Klefki, bring the Sableye. If you see, what else?
Meowstic. Any Pokemon with prankster, you can even use it against a lot of other setup Pokemon. My prized Pokemon Snorlax gets destroyed by that little dude right there.
Because he taunts you, right? He taunts you, and then you're done.
Stockpile doesn't do anything, and then he burns me, which means if I did get Belly Drum off by that time, I lose a lot.